It's Levack and Goz on 104.5 The Team.
It is Monday, which means it is time to see what happened on the weekend. Is it real or is it only a mirage? Monday Mirages with the Goz.
Number one here on Monday Mirages, real or mirage? The Buffalo Bills lost to the New England Patriots cost them a playoff spot.
It cost them a divisional playoff spot, but not a wild card. They can still win the wild card, so mirage.
I'm going to go with real.
You think they're done?
Here's why.
Season over.
I've never been more flip-flop.
It's over, Johnny!
The Bills are driving me nuts because at the start of the season I said they were no good, they're terrible, they're awful. They make the move with Greg Roman. I was concerned about Anthony Lynn. Then they turn things around.
Then they were good.
Then they're good again. But the remaining players have to deal with this on their schedule. The Seahawks, the Raiders, the Steelers, the Bengals. Those are all teams that have been playoff teams before, besides the Raiders, but the Raiders look good. Now they get a matchup with the Browns and Jags.
They play the Raiders in Oakland, I think, so they'll be fine.
They do.
Raiders suck at home.
They play them in Oakland. Yeah. The Chiefs and Broncos right now are a combined 11-2. But that record, only 2 of those wins have come against teams with winning records. If they continue to have a soft schedule going forward, I could see a team from the AFC West jumping the Bills in the playoff spot. I know it's the Patriots. I know every win means the same. When it comes to records, it's 1 or 1. I think that cost the Bills the playoffs. I'm going real.
I think if the Bills can get healthy, and I know that's a lot of healthy that has to happen, but basically it comes down to LaShawn McCoy. If LaShawn McCoy is 100% or close enough that he is a game changer for you, they're going to win enough games. They'll be all right. They'll still, or at least they'll still be in the hunt.
I want the Bills to be in the playoffs. Don't get me wrong. It'd be awesome to see the Bills Mafia finally get it to happen.
I can't wait to see what they throw on the field then.
Oh, my God. It'd be nuts.
Might be a live one.
We've already had Cleveland end their streak. The Cubs, that's a different story. The Cubs can keep losing. They've already had their championships.
You hate old people.
The Blackhawks have won their championships, and the Bulls, they had Michael Jordan. Wait a second. And the White Sox already won a championship in the last 15 years.
It's not the same. Not the Cubbies.
The Bills are going to have some good competition. I don't trust them as much as I trust the Steelers, Bengals, Ravens, Broncos, Raiders. We go down to the AFC. Just don't trust them, man.
Don't trust them.
Number 2 here on Real or Mirage, Monday Mirages. Real or Mirage, Ryan Fitzpatrick did enough to keep the New York Jets starting quarterback job.
Real. He came out in the second half and looked good. You know, he played the game the way it needs to be played. The bottom line is the Jets are only going to win if Matt Forte is getting a ton of touches, if Bilal Powell is getting touches. Fitz is the best quarterback on that roster right now. I don't think that's a great thing for the team moving forward past this year, but as far as the season goes, as long as you're in contention, not mathematically eliminated, Bryce Petty stays on the bench.
No matter what, even if they lose a game coming up here to a team that maybe the Dolphins, the Rams, there's nothing that can get Fitz off the field because I'm going to go with Mirage, but I'm going to go kind of the opposite way. That what has Bryce Petty done to put himself on the field? Is it something in practice? Do the coaches believe in him yet? Is he staying over and watching more film? Like, what is Bryce Petty going to do to beat out Fitz for the job? That's why Fitz will remain. That's why for me, right?
Well, you've seen what they think of him. You know,
Bryce Petty or Ryan Fitzpatrick?
Bryce Petty, because he's barely ahead of Christian Hackenberg on their charts.
Mm-hmm.
And I've already told you I'm redshirting Hackenberg. I'm not even letting him on the field this year. And we'll challenge the play to give him a chance, to get Fitz a chance to come back out on the field. The way that game started, the fact that they didn't bring Bryce Petty out against Cleveland tells you that they're not going to bring him out until Fitz is hurt or their season is completely over.
We've talked to a lot of Jets fans, both social media and on the show. It's felt like, from our angle, that they're done with Ryan Fitzpatrick. We're talking Jets fans. They're done with Fitz. They never wanted to see Geno on the field again, and they want Bryce Petty. They at least want to see
Bryce Petty.
I don't know if they need him, but Jets fans have said they want to see him out on the field and give me something to be excited about. That old hope thing we like to bring up. Your Yankees got to see it with the young players this season. The Jets fans want some hope, because right now they don't have any. Number 3, Real or Mirage, the Oakland Raiders win this weekend. Was your favorite win of the season for them?
It's a mirage, but not by a lot. I saw them live in Baltimore with my nephews in the Marine Corps. I hadn't seen in 2 years. It's the only way you get with my daughter for her first NFL game. So that was amazing. That was so much fun. That was great. And the way they won it was great. I was more amped up, I think, and more fired up to kick the Buccaneers' butts so that you have to wear a Raiders jersey on Radio Row at the Super Bowl than I've been about any game in a long time. The Raiders needed the win, got the win, crazy fashion. Had to beat both. I don't like the Buccaneers weren't the real challenge. It was the referees. Once we could beat those refs.
Wait a second.
Once we could beat those refs.
If you're committing penalties, they should be flagged for penalties.
There wasn't all. I mean,
cheating
look,
Raiders.
I'll give you 15 of them, which is still ridiculous. But there was like a good 8 times I'm sitting there going, "What? What are you calling? What? You got. He got a penalty for playing football while wearing a Raiders jersey. Oh, okay, I get it.
From my angle, from where I was standing at Wilson 111, I thought more penalties should have been thrown. I thought there was a lot more cheating going on.
You got to look, man. We had a penalty for every Raiders fan that was in the room.
And 2 more.
Yeah.
And then another. And then another. By the way, my answer is Mirage. Is that stunning to you? This was not my favorite Raiders win of the season. They can win any other game besides that one. Now that I have to go to Radio Row and wear a Darren McFadden jersey.
I offered up the Khalil Mack. I'm thinking I'm going to go get a Derek Carr. I've offered up other ones.
I'm surrounded by the elite in the media. It's my first time covering the Super Bowl. I'm going to have to sit there with a Darren McFadden jersey on.
Yep, and you'll probably get hurt because that's what Darren McFadden does.
I was ready to move on from this game, but I see here on number 4 we have another question about it. Real or Mirage, you were disappointed in me more than my Tampa Bay Buccaneers this weekend, and I think this has something to do with social media.
Oh my God! Okay, so we have a great time. We even go watch some of the 4:00 games down the road. We did a little tour of the Wolf Road area, watching everything. You've got amazing football on. Everything's great. I look at Twitter right around bedtime, and Goz is tweeting about Hell in the Cell, which you don't know is the WWE. And not only did you tweet about it, you were disappointed in it.
Here's what I tweeted out. At Tom Goz, TOMGOZZ. Not sure what I was more disappointed in today. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, my fantasy football team, or that main event finish at Hell in the Cell 2016.
Okay, easy. I'm most disappointed that you were watching Hell in the Cell.
I want to say it was good.
Who was in it?
I want to say it was good, but it wasn't good. It was bad. They had
Producer Closer's pulling his hair out over this.
He doesn't have any hair.
See how bad it is?
It was 2 females in the main event.
In the cell?
In the cell.
Who were they?
Sasha Banks and Ric Flair's daughter, Charlotte Flair. It was bad, dude.
Who are they?
It was bad.
See, like, you know how you know it's bad? It's not Ric Flair. It's Ric Flair's daughter. Woo! Like, it's not even the real wrestlers anymore. It's their kids.
Woo! Remember the movie Beetlejuice where you said Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice 3 times and he'd pop up?
Yeah.
When you say WWE or wrestling.
When you say Booger Eater, Booger Eater, Booger Eater.
Traffic guy Vinny
walks in
the studio.
Why?
I was disappointed in all 3 of those things, by the way. Probably more so my Buccaneers because I have to wear this jersey now, and they were so close to winning the game. They blow a tackle on 4th. But those 2 things, my fantasy team lost, and that happened. So
now, and what I'm most disappointed in is you've opened the door for Vinny to come in and talk about Hell in the Cell. What do you want to tell me about Hell in the Cell?
The end. It was horrible.
But what part of Ric Flair's daughter and some other chick fighting in a cage made you think it was going to be good?
Well, because they're hot.
Vinny, who are you more disappointed in, that or my Buccaneers effort? Because you were with us at Wolf 111 as well.
You weren't expecting that?
I guess I should have known better.
Like, what were you hoping the outcome would be? Is that like somebody
win?
That somebody would?
The
hometown
not you. Girl would have won and not lost again for the 3rd time.
Were you just hoping like clothing would pop off? Is that what
It almost did. It kind of did.
And that was still bad? Ugh.
I'm not judging that.
Go eat a booger.
I have one more for you before we get to Byron Hunt here. And I'm really curious. I don't know the answer to that. I'm not going to answer mine. I was disappointed in myself to a degree, so I'll say
I'm
real.
disappointed in all of you.
Real and Mirage, Levack. Today is Halloween. Halloween is your favorite holiday.
That's a Mirage. I do love Halloween. It's one of my favorites, but I'm a Christmas guy through and through. I love Christmas. Christmas is my thing.
I'm also Mirage, but I'm a little surprised because I don't know anybody. I have one other friend that's kind of close that is a bigger fan of horror movies than you.
Oh, no, yeah. And my daughter, Halloween's her favorite because of me. It's there. It's like 1B. You know what I mean? But like Christmas, like the football on TV and everything, and the family together. And it's not always football on TV, but once in a while, there's something to watch and run from everybody. We used to play in the snow.
Where's Thanksgiving in the mix? Because you got football and food. You're both fans of those.
Thanksgiving's such a cliche for a fat guy to like the most, For me, I love Thanksgiving. I like Thanksgiving better when I was still married. My wife's family did big for Thanksgiving. My mom used to too, but now I got to cook it all, so it's not as much fun for me.
Are we bad people because we didn't dress up today to work? We work in radio.
You're not dressed up?
I'm not. No, Levack, I'm not dressed up. I feel bad that I didn't dress up because we're in radio. We can get away with it. No one would know.
Up.
You
Look
didn't.
at this.
You wore a white T-shirt.
Right. And I took my shoes off. I'm barefoot and pregnant. Look at I'm running around the building.
Real Mirage is real. It's over. Thank God. Happy Halloween, everybody.